Welcome back, Romantic Home family. I'm Olivia, Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys some DIY, trash to treasure, and budget-friendly thrift flip decor crafts. This is going to be episode 5 in my I Love Christmas in July series, and I want to make a quick little announcement. Real quick, we did name my little vintage bride over here Victoria Grace. I love the name Victoria, and I feel like we should all give ourselves grace. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's super important. It helps me out. And comment down below because I do have a new giveaway to share with you guys. I'm going to be giving away a totally dazzled jewel kit, and it's a jewel kit that you guys can dazzle things with. So it's super cool. This giveaway is going to go on for the entire week, and then I'll announce it on Saturday on my community tab. So make sure you guys are checking my community tab. I announced last week's giveaway winner. Also, I just want to encourage you guys, no matter where you're at, keep going. And without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how you can create a super easy little Dollar Tree wreath. So I'm going to take 2 of the little mop dusters from the Dollar Tree cleaning section, and I cut them strip down the center, and then I cut that little strip in half. And what I want to do is create a fuzzy little cute star wreath. And honestly, this could be a Christmas wreath or it could be a large Christmas ornament, but you want to put something underneath the surface while you're working because you're going to add hot glue in and around the prongs of the wreath form, and that hot glue is going to drip down. So you don't want that to drip all over your surface. But I'm just kind of arranging them to see if I actually ended up having enough, and I did, which was super cool. So I only needed 2 feather mop dusters for this. You guys could also use some of the Dollar Tree automotive cloths if you couldn't find the feather dusters, but I feel like the feather dusters just make it kind of so fun and whimsical. And you guys could get really creative with this. You could do, any type of little bow at the top or whatever suits your fancy. So I am just continuing to glue in and around this wreath until I fill up my whole wreath form. And I'm just taking the little pieces and gluing them for each section kind of. So they kind of fit on there pretty well. You kind of have to do a little bit of arranging though. Once I have all of the little dusters on my wreath, I kind of gave it a little bit of a trim, and then I just tied a simple little loopy bow with some Dollar Tree ribbon. I love that Dollar Tree has satin ribbon now. They have so many different ribbon choices that they didn't used to have before, and I just simply hot glued that to the top center, and you could add like even, more little goodies at the top if you wanted, but I really wanted to keep this simple. And for this Christmas in July look, I'm kind of sharing a romantic, soft rustic glam look, I guess you would call it. And just think you guys could do several of these and have, several fairly large, pretty ornaments for your tree. I really like to give a really full look on my Christmas trees. So anyway, I hope you guys are loving this and are inspired. You can also do this with a round wreath form and make kind of like a little snowman wreath. I shared that with you guys last season as well. So just have fun with it, get creative, and go for it. For this next Dollar Tree DIY, it's going to be a Dollar Tree Trash to Treasure combo. So I'm taking my little Dollar Tree wreath form, and it's in the shape of a star, and I'm tracing it out on a piece of cardboard, and then using the interior one, I'm tracing out smaller stars. I'm going to simply take my scissors and cut the stars out. What I want to do is make jumbo ornaments. You can also take your scissors and kind of score your cardboard star and make it kind of look like it has a 3D effect, although mine did lose a little bit of its 3D effect when I painted it, so you can add tape to the back to fix that. So once you have scored your little sections, you want to bend the larger sections in and then the smaller sections out, and that's going to make your star look kind of 3D. Now you can paint it any color you love, but I'm using the Waverly Snow White chalk paint from Walmart. I want this to be kind of a really kind of glam look. But I also feel like the stars, because they look a little bit rustic, you could pass these off for really anything, and you can paint them any color you love. So I know that Walmart showed a lot of, different colors for Christmas, reds and blacks. You could paint these stars any color you love. Of course, I am going with white for this one, and I did do two of these, but I saved back a couple of cardboard boxes to do more. And I really wanted to share this project with you all because I want you guys to see that you don't have to spend a bunch of money to have really pretty Christmas decorations. And these are even kind of really nice because they're going to be really easy to store. Now you could get a little bit bougie with it and use a gold paint pen to rim it in gold if you so choose. This was just a little extra step that I added because I have been doing kind of a little bit of a fancier Regency style decor idea, but of course this is just optional. You guys definitely don't have to do this. You could also just use some Mod Podge and glitter to glitter over this, but I really wanted to share with you guys an easy trash to treasure project, and I know you guys probably have boxes laying around, so this is such a fun idea. Now to make a hanger for it, just flip it over, use a little piece of floral wire and some of that extra cardboard, and hot glue a piece of cardboard on top of your floral wire, and that's going to give you a nice little tidy hanger on the back, and it's going to be really sturdy as well. And that way you don't see the hanger and the star looks like it's going to be kind of floating on your tree. I'm also thinking about making these and doing a big beautiful display outside my home. Like I did my heart garland for Valentine's Day. So I thought that would be super fun as well. So here is the finished look. I hope you guys are loving it and you're super inspired to get creative and know that you can really have a beautiful home and beautiful decor on a total budget. Happy crafting! For this next DIY, we're going to do some Dollar Tree coffee filter roses. So from Dollar Tree, I grabbed a big old pack of coffee filters and then just some inexpensive orange paint. And I think the orange paint was from Walmart. And you're going to simply mix it with some water and then stick those coffee filters down inside of your orange paint. And I'm doing about 5 or 6 at a time. And then you're going to bake them at 250 degrees for about 40 minutes. Then once that's done, you want to keep them stacked, and there's about 5 or 6 in this stack. You can do 4 if you want a smaller rose. Actually, this rose might be 4. Anyway, stack some coffee filters together after they've baked and dried, and then you're just going to cut them in a little swirl pattern, and then you go back to the original cut and you're going to roll them. You can add hot glue right here at this roll, but I've kind of, done so many of these that I've realized you don't really have to even add that hot glue right there. It's an extra step, and it's also an easy way to burn yourself. But if you're having a hard time getting it to roll, you can definitely add that little bit of hot glue when you start rolling the rose, but you're just going to simply roll it, and you can use your one hand to keep the bottom of the rose kind of flat as you roll. So you can see I'm kind of rolling and keeping that bottom part flat, and you can even set it down on a surface if that helps as well. So here's how it's looking so far. These are so easy, and this is such a great project if you guys just want to stay busy and put it on a little show and then have some pretty crafts at the end of whatever you're watching. So then once you get to the end, I like to put a big old dollop of hot glue down inside of that, and that gets the whole thing to kind of stick together. And then I push that little end piece down into there, and then using my hands, I will shape the rose in, that kind of also helps it just get shaped together. So see kind of how I'm swirling it with my hand and moving it around. And those coffee filters are pretty sturdy, so you can't really mess these up. Now taking a Dollar Tree clothespin, I'm going to hot glue 3 roses together. This got a little tricky and I didn't feel like it came out super great. I should have used maybe like just 2 roses and then a much smaller one. But anyway, it was fine and it all stayed together after some dibbly dabbling with the hot glue. These are great to add into a garland. I know one of you all had commented after I did my big mantle garland that you felt like you didn't really have enough roses, or could you create, a fall mantle with coffee filter roses? Absolutely, yes. So here's your idea for you. Please know that you don't have to spend a bunch of money creating roses. And even this pumpkin that you guys see pictured, and I did that a couple DIYs back, just go back a couple videos to find the pumpkin. Those are almost all coffee filter roses, guys. So I promise you, you can make really pretty decor and you don't have to spend a ton of money. And I'm also going to show you, even if you don't have paint and you want to make coffee filter roses, here's how we're going to do that. So grab some of your old leftover coffee, put it in a container, and take some of those coffee filters and just stick them down in there. And you can do about 5 or 6 at a time, and then once they're all down in there, you kind of swirl them around, and then you just want to wring them out. And I stack about 5 or 6 on top of each other, bake them for about 40 minutes on 250 degrees, and then I'll pull them apart and then restack them on top of each other. And there's probably about 5, and then you take your scissors and simply cut in a circular direction, and you get a little bit bigger as you go around, and you don't cut all the way to the end. You leave like a little bit of bitty spot at the end. So this is going to create some rustic roses. Maybe you're not super crazy about the fancy, rose look. You want a little bit more rustic. You want to, have it look really kind of vintage chic. So here is just a really great idea for that. You're just going to take that rose and roll it with your hand and just continue to roll it and roll it and roll it until you get closer to the end. And then once I get closer to the end, I'll flip it upside down and just roll that bigger part. And it'll get it can get kind of wishy-washy in your hands, I guess. Put a big dollop of hot glue down inside of there, and then push that end piece down into there, and then take your hand and just shape that rose. And that's how you make a fabulous rose on a budget. Add a clothespin and you can clip it to your Christmas tree. For this DIY, this is just basically going to be a decor flip. So it's not even a thrift store decor piece. It's actually a pumpkin I had bought a couple of years ago at Hobby Lobby. Last year I made it over and painted stripes on it to just give it a little bit different of a look. I think it was a Mackenzie Childs dupe. This year I'm into that romantic style, so I'm going to do it kind of like in a shabby chic Regency style decor idea. So I'm going to take my Snow White Waverly chalk paint from Walmart, and I'm just going to chalk paint the entire thing white. I love the Waverly chalk paint. It is so heavy duty, super duty. I really only needed about 2 coats for this project, and that's only because I'm picky and trying to get it super, super ultra white. And once I had that done, I used some adhesive glue, and this is the glue that you use for gold leafing. So I got it at Hobby Lobby for a couple of dollars, and then you get these little gold foils also at Hobby Lobby for a couple dollars. Now put the adhesive glue on and set your project away from you and set a timer for 30 minutes, because I always, with this project, doing the foils, I get so antsy and I start trying to put my foils on before the glue's dry. But you need that glue to get tacky for about 30 minutes, and then your project's going to come out a million times better. Trust me. I know that, and I still get antsy and put the foils on too soon. So, but these are just little foil packets. And then I kind of find too that if I wear a glove on the hand that I'm adding the foils to, it helps my hands not get as sticky, because that adhesive glue gets kind of sticky and tacky. So that's a little bit, messy. You also want to have something underneath your surface when you're working with these little foil packets, because they get really, just pretty oopy goopy. Now, I went and grabbed my paintbrush, and I'm simply going to remove the foils with a dry brush. And you can also it's probably also good to set these aside for another 30 minutes and let the glue completely dry. Of course, I'm doing this for video, and I'm also super impatient. So anyway, but that's going to give it that gilded, fancy Regency look. And I think it looks really pretty. It looks so glamorous and girly and just, white, that pretty clean look. So anyway, that's my idea for this pumpkin. I actually was going to do these with a pink and white stripe, but I ended up just going for white for now. I'm not for sure if I might give them a little pink stripe after I look at them for a while. I want to do a fall Christmas tree. I think that would be super fun. So whatever color I need to add in to give it the right look, I may end up painting pink stripes or not. Let me know. What do you guys think about these beautiful white kind of gilded fancy pumpkins? This is a Dollar Tree Trash to Treasure project. I'm simply taking a Dollar Tree splatter screen, you could also use a plate, and taking a piece of cardboard, and I'm going to make a jumbo ornament with this splatter screen and cardboard piece. I traced it out and then I'm just going to cut it out. Super easy, but I just want to share with you guys that you do not have to spend very much money to have a beautiful Christmas decor or decor on a budget. And I think the next video, I'm going to try to make some of these into pumpkins. Wouldn't that be cool to make some cute little pumpkins? So anyway, but this one we're going to make into an ornament because this is part of my Christmas in July series. I'm also going to take this Deco Art paint pen. I love their gold paint pens. They make things look so fancy without spending a lot of money. They're about $3, I think, on Amazon and about $4 or $5 in store. So anyway, you can just take and rim the edge of your ornament, faux ornament, piece of cardboard really, with your gold paint pen. And with the paint pens, you do kind of have to press down, get the paint flowing, and then just kind of pull it as you go. I've noticed that, but they're pretty easy to work with. I do like to have a glove on because I'm a messy painter. I got paint everywhere today, you guys. Even with my apron on, I feel like I still got just paint all over me. But anyway, once I had that done, I decided I wanted to add a little bow to the top. I didn't get super fancy with the topping on this because I really wanted this type of ornament to be a tree stuffer. So something you would stuff back in your tree as one of the first things to put on to kind of fill in the blank spaces. What I'm doing is just taking this piece of ribbon and I'm hot gluing it at the top, and then I'm going to ruche it. So I'm just going to kind of make it look a little bit fancier by taking it and ruching it up and then hot gluing it as I go. So hot glue it there and then ruche it and then hot glue it there. And I mean, that just gives it, a cuter look, I think, or a more fancy look, or just a look that I think that looks cute. I'm going to take and tie a shoelace bow, trim that off, and then hot glue that to the center. I couldn't find my lace. I thought lace in the center of this would be so pretty, like lace in a brooch, but I didn't get that far with this. I did a lot of projects today. In fact, it's pretty late when I'm finishing up this video, but here is how this tree is looking so far. If I were to do kind of a white glam look, I have that ornament kind of buried down below as more of a tree stuffer. It's just not super fancy. It's not a super eye-catching shape, but the round is pretty. It's easy, so easy. Anybody, your kids could do this ornament, you guys. Just help them with the cutting and the hot glue. But honestly, you don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, gorgeous, amazing Christmas in July or home in general. This is going to be a thrift flip DIY, and I found this cute little trinket jar at the thrift store. Not that I need more trinkets sitting around, but it had great shape, and I just knew it would be so cute repainted in that Regency Bridgerton fashion that I love so much. And disclaimer, I just want to throw this out there, you guys. Bridgerton is an adult show, and it does have some spicy scenes that you may want to forward or not watch. So I just want to put that out there. I love period drama pieces, and the aesthetics and the artistic cinematography in it really is what has me. I mean, I just drool over all of that Regency decor. So that's really part of why I love that show. I do love the romance too, but I do want to put that out there as a disclaimer that if that is offensive to you, those spicy scenes, please don't have your kids watching that. It's something you would even probably want to monitor with, friends or whatever. So anyway, just letting you know about that. Okay, now we're going to make this look even more fancy after I've chalk painted it twice with my Snow White chalk paint. Then I am going to take and add in this adhesive glue. Now the adhesive glue needs to get tacky for about 30 minutes. This is the project I was telling you guys about. I did not wait to let the glue get tacky, so my foiling on this didn't get as I don't feel like it came out as good, but I'm adding on the tacky glue and setting that aside, hoping that that's going to be long enough to dry. But what this foil is going to do is kind of give it that gilded gold look. So back in the Regency era, it was also called the Gilded Era, or the Gilded, I think the Gilded Age. Actually, that's what I'm watching right now, is the Gilded Age. It's another period drama, and it focuses more on the society and, the big, I don't know, it's just a really good one. It's another period piece about the Regency era. So, but it's called the Gilded Age, and so this is kind of like a way of gilding an item to make it look like it is trimmed in gold, I guess is what you would say. So I'm adding in the little foils. These are inexpensive too, by the way, at Hobby Lobby. They're like $3 to try this. I was super excited, but it is a little bit of a process. I don't feel like I've really learned how to do it really well, probably because of my impatience in letting that glue dry. But the glue is supposed to sit on there, get tacky for 30 minutes, and then you're supposed to apply the gold stuff and then brush it off. That's how you're supposed to do it. Some of my projects go better than others with this technique. If you guys have any tips for me and you're a big gilded person, let me know. How do you guys think it turned out though? I think it looks really, really pretty. Oh, I just love it when things look fancy. Don't look too closely. Okay, please don't judge. I'm new at this. And of course, you guys, I have to throw in my little puppy dog, Benji Bear here. So he has this tennis ball and he was so funny. Oh my goodness. He had been waiting all day to craft with mom. And even my crafting only takes a couple hours, but he is my little guy. So he's got his tennis ball. He wants me to play with it, but he doesn't want to give it to me. He's not terriers are not good fetch and retrieve dogs. He wants to hold it and then just like, look, play with it. He nudges it towards me, but then he doesn't want to give it to me to throw. So this will go on for quite some time. And anyway, he is my little heart's delight. I love Benji Bear so, so much. So he wants to say hi to all of his puppy dog and kitty cat fans out there. Maybe you guys have some tips for terriers and the catch and retrieve. Look at that face. Playing hard to get, are we? I mean... He is so, so funny. His best buds, Baby Arch and Baby Theo, my son's two Aussies, were down this weekend and they had a big riot of a time. My kids come down a lot in the summer because they have a boat, and so they love to be out on the lake. And we actually took the dogs out on the lake. I'll need to get a picture of that next time. Look at him. He lost his ball under the stairs, but he was able to retrieve it. Anyway, we love you guys, and we're so thankful and blessed to have you here. Okay friends, here is my thrift store outfit of the day. I have this cute little blue summer dress that I thrifted. It was a couple of dollars. I found the jean jacket, again, for just a couple of dollars. I have it paired with these cute little kind of country girl western boots. There's my puppy dog Benji Bear back there. And then for my accessories, I just have these pearl hoops that my sister gifted to me during her wedding a couple of years ago. So here you guys have it, my cute little thrift store outfit of the day. I hope you guys are loving it, and thank you for requesting me bringing it back. It's giving me some creativity in my wardrobe. Love y'all. So thank you all so, so much for all of you that come back and watch my videos, for all of you that comment and have subscribed to my YouTube channel. It's totally free to subscribe. It helps me out so, so much. I am a full-time content creator, and it is a blessing and honor to have you all here. Don't forget to drop a comment down below and let me know what you guys would like to see in my Christmas in July series. I have already so far done a Christmas tree, a big beautiful wreath, some other fun and easy crafts, and I'm going to continue on with that. Also, I have been reading a devotional with you all, and you guys seem to really love it and have been giving me encouragement and response. I was a little nervous at first to do something like that on my channel, but I know that it seems like you guys are really helped out by it. And also thank you for all of the compliments on my thrift store outfits of the day, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys again as well. So anyway, this is my devotional. Grabbed it at the thrift store, and my dogs chewed the little corner out of it. But the devotional for today is about beauty, and so we'll start that. The you inside. Last night we went to the business meeting at church, and it began to rain. By the time we got there, all the good parking places were taken, and we had to walk quite a way. I had on my best white slacks too. Oh, it would be understandable to get a few little mud spots on the bottoms, but when we entered the brightly lit room, I discovered I had a big muddy smear on my stomach. Let it dry, my husband advised, then you can brush it off. I had to give my report before it dried, and I knew everyone was looking at the mud, so I kept trying to hold pages over it, and I dropped some. And when I bent down to pick them up, I bumped heads with the moderator who had bent down to help me. Does my girl feel grumpy? My husband asked at the breakfast the next day, and I groaned. How can you love somebody who is so sloppy, overweight, and klutzy? I stormed. When I began to cry, he hugged me. If I was all rolled up in bandages, he said, and you couldn't see me, would you still love me? Of course, I snapped. It would still be you inside. Guess that answers your question. He kissed me and said, I love you on the inside. Wow, that's game changing. As much as we all love to have that beautiful exterior and pay attention to our appearance, which helps us feel better a lot of the times, it is our beauty does come from inside. So I know when I read a devotional or I listen to my praise and worship music, it helps just heal parts of me that I know are broken that need to be healing. So I hope you guys all can remember that you are so, so beautiful on the inside and that God loves you so, so much. And that our beauty, our true, true beauty radiates from our heart. And keeping our heart and our mind clean is just so, so helpful. And so I'm going to give you guys some scripture to leave with you about beauty. And it says, you have stolen my heart, my sister, my bride. You have stolen my heart with one glance of your eyes, with one jewel of your necklace. And that's Song of Songs 4:9. And then the other scripture is, the Lord their God will save them on that day. As the flock of his people, they will sparkle in his land like jewels in a crown. How attractive and beautiful they will be. Grain will make the young men thrive, and new wine the young women. And that's Zechariah 9:16-17. So I just love that. That made me feel really beautiful inside, honestly. And I hope you guys are feeling beautiful as well. If you need prayer, drop those prayer requests down below and give me grace and give each other grace. And I'm going to hug all of your hearts so tight. I am trying to read as many comments as I can. I just want to thank you guys for lighting up this comment section with so much goodness and happiness and joy and positive energy. It truly means the world when you guys put that positivity out there, and you're going to get positivity back. And if you don't, that is not probably your problem. It might be there. So just that little tidbit there. I love y'all to the moon and back. I can't wait for our next video. So much fun crafting and decorating for fall and Christmas coming up. So anyway, I hope you have a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed day. I hope the devotional blessed you and my little thrift store outfit of the day inspired you guys. Sometimes you just have to get up and show up. And I want to remind you guys also to keep your bodies moving. Go for a walk, go to the gym, just try to do your best to keep your bodies moving. And if you're under the weather and can't move around, that's okay too. Watch some nice shows and fill your mind with some goodness, whether it be a devotional or a prayer card or some scripture. So anyway, thank you guys so, so much. I can't wait for our next video. And until then, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.